They for sure knew. I'm putting blame on both of them though, because this is a man's life. At the end of the day, man, you ruined his life. What's going on, y'all? Ground and Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today I wanted to check out something, man. I think my boy Rob at Blacklight Revelations might have covered it on his live earlier today, and I just caught wind of it from somebody. Somebody else said something about it too, and that's what made me go ahead and be like, hey man, I want to go and cover this, man. And I thought it was worth covering. And the title of this one is "Man Exonerated in 1980s Grape" of author Alice Sebold. Man, if you don't know who Alice Sebold is, she wrote The Lovely Bones. I never read the book at all. You read the book?
There's a movie. I think I watched the movie.
Okay, I didn't watch that. Well, no.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I might have watched it and forgot about it. But hey, yeah, it's not looking good for what happened in this whole situation, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's go ahead and see what happened here.
Tonight, tears of relief, nearly 40 years in the making.
I'm still crying with joy and relief right now today. I'm really overwhelmed. Words can't describe it.
Anthony Broadwater exonerated by a New York State Supreme Court judge this week at 61 years old, after spending most of his life paying for a crime he didn't commit.
With joy and relief, I went up to the gravesite to see my dad and tell me, I wish to God he was here.
Broadwater was 20 when he was charged with the rape of Alice Sebold, who went on to write bestseller The Lovely Bones. The alleged crime happened in 1981 at a park in Syracuse, New York. Sebold described the attack in detail almost 20 years later in Lucky, a book that launched her career as an author. Her next hit, The Lovely Bones, was later adapted into an award-winning film. But all this was after Broadwater was convicted for first-degree rape and 5 related charges. He spent 16 years in prison. Through the years, he maintained his innocence. After serving his sentence, he quickly realized his life would never be the same.
The moment I stepped out, it was like impossible to get a job. These 10 fingers I can count on my hand of the people that accept me in their household. I can't get past 10.
He never stops trying through appeals, motions, and even 2 polygraph tests to prove his innocence, but nothing worked. Until a film producer working on a screen adaptation of Sebold's book Lucky hired a private investigator to look into the evidence presented against Broadwater in court. They became convinced Broadwater was telling the truth.
Together, as we looked through the trial transcript, we realized, wow, this was a bogus conviction.
Earlier this month, Broadwater's new lawyers filed a motion to vacate his conviction based on now discredited scientific evidence and Sebold's identification of Broadwater as the perpetrator.
No one questions that Miss Sebold was sexually assaulted. She absolutely was. But she saw Mr. Broadwater on the street about 5 months later, had a feeling this was the person who had raped her, and reported it to police.
She is asked to look at the individuals at some point in the lineup, and she picks out number 5. Anthony Broadwater was number 4.
Attorneys say they learned the next part of the story from Sebold's book, which they presented to the court as new evidence.
After that, the prosecutor walks in the room and begins to tell her, well, you picked the wrong guy, but essentially, don't worry, your hunch is correct. It actually is number 4.
Despite not picking him out of the lineup, at the trial, Sebold claimed Broadwater was the perpetrator. In a statement on Broadwater, the Onondaga County District Attorney who supported the exoneration said in part, "It is never too late to do the right thing." A spokesperson for Scribner, the publisher of Lucky, telling NBC News neither Alice Sebold nor Scribner has any comment. Scribner has no plans to update the text of Lucky at this time.
Now that you've been exonerated, what does the rest of your life look like?
I hope that I can give some inspiration to somebody and say, hey, if you're not guilty of something, do not give in. I've been yelling and screaming and exhausting all my finances to prove my innocence. It finally came.
Now, Broadwater says he can finally rest. Isa Gutierrez, NBC News.
Alright, man, so y'all saw that video, man. The man said he could finally rest after 20 years of being in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And of course he can finally rest, man, because them folks ain't trying to come in there and grape him like he supposedly raped the old girl. And I really just dislike that kind of stuff, man.
That's true, because they treat rape.
Yeah, they go in hard
Rape
on them
is
folks.
different.
Yeah, they try to grape you, they try to shank you, they try to do whatever to you, man. So yeah, so she destroyed his life in more ways than one.
No, but he actually got out of the jail 1999. And he had all these issues finding job, establish his life.
Yeah.
Because he was, first of all, a convicted, what do you call it, felony?
Yeah.
Convicted
felon.
And then second of all, he's registered in the sex offender list.
Yeah.
So that these two together just prevent him from getting a regular job or opportunity to get jobs.
Right.
So that's why it was so hard for him to build himself up.
So he spent all the years in prison for the grape, and then he got out of prison and couldn't even get a job because he was on the sexual predator list and that, man. So yeah, and I thought some things that they said made me angry about it. Like they said that first, she pointed out the guy in the lineup saying it was number 5, he was number 4, and then they came back and said, oh no, it wasn't him, it was him, and then she was like, yeah, it was him. He's black. He's got big lips like him. So yeah, they're the same guy. Yeah. I don't like that.
No, but I think she mentioned that, because it's think about it. If you're a rape victim, right? You got raped, and then the police told you this is the person we suspect that raped you.
Yeah.
But you identify the wrong person. But it's okay. Sometimes your brain messed up. What you're gonna do, you're gonna blame yourself. You're gonna be like, oh, why did I identify the wrong person? The police said he's the one. Why did I do this? Of course, you're gonna be messed up in the head, and you will be trying to switch up, because why would the police be lying to you, right?
I don't know. You know what the hell happened to you. You gonna put an innocent man behind bars for that?
But also, she was raped at night in a tunnel, so she probably can't really see clearly what the man looked like. So she was just saying anybody black can get it. I don't think that's the case.
That's what it seemed like. They both because both of the guys had similar builds and stuff, and she was like, "Oh, low haircut, dark skin, huh? He's got big lips, so yeah, let's get him and put him in prison 20 years."
I would blame more on the police because first of all, she identified a different man, so you're not supposed to coerce her into saying, "Oh, that's actually the guy."
Yeah.
And also, whoever was the prosecutor, they probably knew that she didn't identify him in the lineup in the first place.
Yeah.
But they either just leave that out, or
they for sure knew. I'm putting blame on both of them though, because this is a man's life. At the end of the day, man, you ruined his life. So I'm putting blame on both of them.
You know what's worse?
What?
It's she put this information in her memoir.
Yeah.
And she wrote that book in 1999. That's the year he got out.
Oh wow.
So it's the evidence has been there this whole time, but no one was looking into it.
So she kind of, in a way, she was kind of dangling in his face a little bit too. Yeah, it's just, that's so whack, man. That's one thing that I just wouldn't wish. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, man. Even like even with the whole thing with Myron Gaines, where the girl was trying to act like he was a graper and he was doing all this extra stuff, man. Even though he's lame as hell, I still wouldn't want nobody to falsely accuse him. I don't care who you are. Nobody deserves to be falsely accused of that. That's just because like I said, like we both were saying, when you go to prison, these guys treat you worse, and now your whole life is tarnished once you get out. You like he said, he doesn't have any family that you can count on 10 fingers of the people who will mess with him. He can't get a job. All this kind of stuff, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think when ladies falsely accuse people of stuff, I think that there should be some type of penalty. I think that even though the statute of limitations or whatever might be going on for whatever the original crime was, I think that the crime is taking place while the person's in prison right now. So you need to be still being held accountable.
But it's two different concepts, right? It's one thing is a lady falsely accused of being raped when it's consensual. Yeah. But in this case, she actually was raped, and when she was raped, she was a virgin.
Right.
And then whoever assaulted her said to her after the assault that you were the worst bitch whatever ever, because she didn't know what to do when he gave her instructions, and she was wearing a pair of white pants. Yeah. And when it was presented as an evidence, it was red because it was all
That's
blood.
crazy. Yeah, and I will say that right there I know she was actually raped and everything like that, and I don't wish that on anybody either. But I just do think that when you go to the police or go whoever, you have to have your, put the right people in the wrong places, man. That guy didn't deserve what he got, and all the prosecutors and everybody that had a hand in it, y'all all deserve prison too. Y'all need some good old prison, and they need to go and get you right, Big John.
They probably just want to close the case.
They want their conviction rate and all that kind of stuff, and then they're probably like, oh yeah, he's black, I can get him easy.
It happened in a college campus too, or nearby a college campus, right? So it's probably a high profile case, getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So they really just want to close the case. And it also said it's been like 5 months since it happened that she identified the guy.
Yeah.
Right? So it's been like hanging there for a good bit of time.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it was just like so rushed, I guess.
Nah, I don't know.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse for that.
A little bit of this, and sorry technology from back in the day, and a little bit of Russian too. It was a little bit of everything. But those guys they need to really get it too, man. The prosecutor, you suck your ass. I don't know if he's probably dead or something by now. At this point, he probably got to live his whole life. Meanwhile, this man's life was destroyed.
And I think he, what's the name of the guy being convicted?
Anthony Broadwater.
So he actually, the only thing he asked for is an apology from Alice
Alice Sebold.
Sebold, yeah, and she hasn't made a statement yet.
She needs to go and get out here. Get your old ass out here on the camera right now. Sorry, sucker. I don't have any type of sympathy for people like that. I really have a lot of disdain for that, man. You out here lying on people and mess their whole life up, man. Do y'all think that she should give him some of the earnings off the book, or do y'all think that the state should give him some money for what they did to him, or what, man? I think everybody needs to do something. Somebody need to ante up, because they didn't do that man right. He only got a couple more years to live. He's 61. Well, he got plenty of time to live, depending on how he takes care of himself, but I don't know if he took care of himself.
But this one incident just make you think, if people actually dig back through all the crimes or all the people that have been convicted, all the people of color that's been convicted, how many people actually went down like this?
There's a lot,
right?
There's a whole lot. Central Park 5 told us that too, because this is kind of similar to that. Central Park 5, the lady just said that the guys did it. And the prosecutor was like, oh yeah, we're going to get him. She was in there like, yeah, well, doesn't your mom not take care of you or something? That's why you're all going or something? There's a movie about it. And then so, they just went ahead and put him away because, it's easy to go and paint us as the bad guy. So I don't like that, man. Even anybody that gets put in that position, man, I feel for them, man. Yeah, white, black, whatever, Asian, whatever, it don't matter. Mexican, it don't matter. You should not be put in somewhere that you did not, for something that you didn't do, man, basically. But that's the video right there, man. Let us know what you guys think, man. What do you guys think needs to happen for Anthony Broadwater? What do you guys think needs to happen to Alice Sebold? What do you guys think needs to be changed in the laws? Do you think that there should be some accountability for anybody that lies about situations like this? I personally do think that there should be. I think that when somebody goes to prison, I think that maybe you should get the same amount of time they spend behind bars, because you sitting there just living your life. You know what you did.
People are under oath, right, when they testify.
Yeah.
So what's the punishment if they lie?
I believe you. I don't know what the exact punishment, but I know perjury is like what happens if they find out about it. But I don't know if they do some little weird thing like the case has been thrown out, but it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, United States law game. But what do you guys think about it? Let us know down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching up to this point, man. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.